Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a live edition of Pro Wrestling Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram, coming at you here live on the U to the Tube. Hope everybody's doing well this Sunday afternoon, Super Bowl Sunday afternoon. But hope everybody's had a blessed and safe week. I know I'm doing this a little bit late. I've had quite a busy weekend, quite a lot going on, but it's just good to be back on here. But just wanted to talk about a few things. I don't plan on being on here too long, but just want to talk about a couple of things, a little bit of things going on in Stardom and AEW. There was a IWGP Junior Heavyweight title match with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and just getting ready to go into the go-home week for WWE as it prepares for Elimination Chamber on February 19th. So just some things going on with AEW as well, a debut or two. So just wanted to talk a little bit on that this afternoon. But first off, let's get into some World Wonder Ring Stardom. So quite an interesting turn of events for Cosmic Angels and Donna Del Mondo, as Mai Sakurai has ditched Cosmic Angels and has joined Donna Del Mondo. Wowzers. Hey, Retribution Zero. Good afternoon. How's it going, man? I'm blessed because you already know next Wednesday is my birthday. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Happy early birthday. Hope you're ready for your special day. Mamba, hey, what's going on? Good to see you. Yes, I am going to be watching the Super Bowl. I'm going to be watching it with my dad. We're going to have some delicious food, some ribs, some wings, some buffalo chicken dip. It's going to be great. It's going to be really great. So got to pick up the food around 5:30 and head over to my dad's. Should be fun. I hope you're watching it too. Hope you got a delicious feast prepared as well. But so yeah, Mai Sakurai has joined Donna Del Mondo. So after the trios match that they had with Donna Del Mondo, so it was Donna Del Mondo's Julia, Mirai, and Thekla that went up against Cosmic Angels, Nagi Sayaka, Tam Nakano, and Mai Sakurai. After that match, Mai Sakurai pretty much looked at Tom and was like, look, I'm tired of dancing. Don't want to dance no more. I just want to wrestle. So I'm joining Donna Del Mondo, which apparently Julia had been trying to recruit Mai Sakurai for a while. And sure enough, she has left Cosmic Angels to join Donna Del Mondo. So now Donna Del Mondo has eight members. Yikes. Well, I mean, definitely didn't see that coming. I mean, because if I remember correctly, didn't she join Cosmic Angels before Waka? Or do I have that flip-flopped? Somebody remind me. I think I have that flip-flopped. But yeah, Donna Del Mondo has eight members now. And you know what? It's kind of made me think a little bit. You know how each stable kind of has that rookie, or kind of has that member that tends to, take the pins a lot, or in matches where they're involved, that they tend to be the ones to take the pin. Like Queen's Quest, you have Lady C. For Stars, you may have like I guess right now it'd be Momo Kogo. For Oedo Tai, I guess you would have Ruoka. And, occasionally, I guess Saki Kashima, but mainly Ruoka. For Cosmic Angels, you would have, at the time, Mai Sakurai or Waka Tsukiyama. But I guess now that Mai Sakurai's with Donna Del Mondo, I guess she is going to be the rookie that takes the pins now. But if you ask me, I think eventually, and it may happen in March when Shuri and Julia have their World of Stardom championship match. But Retribution Zero says, I'm just working on this picture and video, but it's coming soon. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Don't tease me like that. But no, that's cool. Hope it goes well. Hope it turns out good. I think probably at that title match, I think we're going to see more of a split, maybe down the middle, unfold with Donna Del Mondo. Because if you ask me, there seems to be a potential power struggle, I guess you could say, with Julia and Shuri, who were once, former Goddess of Stardom tag team champions, but of course they got dethroned by Hazuki and Koguma. And you know what? I kind of have a feeling this is going to happen, but something tells me that eventually Donna Del Mondo is going to get split. Like, I personally could see Maika, Himeka, and Natsupoi kind of doing their own thing and going their own way, perhaps. Or, just a split down the middle. Some go with Shuri, some go with Julia. Like, maybe Julia will have a separate stable with Thekla and Mirai, and maybe Mai Sakurai. And maybe Shuri will have Mai Hime Poi. Perhaps. I could see that. That would be kind of interesting. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, Shuri and Julia have a World of Stardom championship match in March. So we'll have to see how that unfolds. Have a good one, Blitz, and see you next time, because I got to finish this picture and video. Yeah, no problem. Take care, and I will catch up with you soon. So we got that. Not only that, and also they recently had a Stardom Fan Fest in Osaka that I think like all the wrestlers were there, and they had like autograph sessions, which I'm so jealous. I can't wait till, the whole thing with this pandemic gets under control and they're able to travel outside the U.S. or outside Japan and come back to the U.S. I want to see that so badly. So apparently in I guess like a promo or like a on-camera session with Mayu Iwatani, Momo Kogo, Rasi Ogawa, and Saya Kamitani, apparently it's been said by Rasi Ogawa that there will be a press conference on February 18th where the mystery woman that Saya Kamitani first had contact with, or, first saw when she interrupted a meeting between her and Rasi Ogawa wanting a singles match with Kota Ibushi. Looks like we're finally going to be revealed, this mystery woman, on February 18th at this press conference. Like I said, personally, I still think it's Kairi Sane or, Kairi Hojo, but we'll have to wait and see. But I'm going to be keeping an eye out as best as I can for that. Because I'm curious to see what everybody's reaction will be when it's revealed. But definitely looking forward to that reveal. But that's pretty much all that I have for now. Like I said, I was really kind of thrown off with Mai Sakurai joining Donna Del Mondo. I did not see that coming whatsoever. So we'll see how that goes, but I definitely can eventually see Donna Del Mondo splitting slash imploding at some point, maybe before the end of this year, or maybe in March. We'll see. But that's pretty much all that I have with Stardom for now. With New Japan Pro Wrestling, Master Wato recently got a IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match against the champion El Desperado, and I have to say it was actually a good match. It was a really good match, and I'm not really, to be honest, I'm not really high on Master Wato, but I have to say it was a good match. It was actually a good match. I don't know. It just Master Wato just doesn't really appeal to me. You know, I mean, I get the gimmick and everything. I don't get the hype. And maybe I'm the only one. Maybe some others feel the same, but I just don't get the hype behind Master Wato personally. But that's just me. But I will say they had a good match. Although El Desperado was able to retain, made Master Wato submit to the numero dos. It was a good match. It was actually a match that I enjoyed. You know, despite my thoughts about Master Wato, it was a good match. So I can't really complain. But that's pretty much all that I wanted to kind of point out with New Pro Wrestling. Like I said, I just want to talk a little bit about that. AEW. Now, AEW has definitely been making quite a bit of noise this week, especially with the debut of the Limitless One. The Limitless Keith Lee. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And he is all elite. As Wednesday on Dynamite, he had his debut match with Isaiah Cassidy of Private Party. And it was a very, very entertaining match. And the ratings for Dynamite shot up, mainly just because of that. Mamba says, speaking of birthdays, mine is coming up, and I decided to get my first ever replica belt. I'm getting the big gold title. Which one? AEW or WCW? Which title? Which title are you gonna get, Mamba? But yeah, Keith Lee, and he didn't lose a step. He didn't look rusty. I think he looked like his old regular self that Keith Lee fans and all of the above are used to seeing, and had a good match with Isaiah Cassidy, got the victory. Private Party tried to gang up on him, and it was so bad that even Matt Hardy walked out. He was like, bump this. Deuces. Mama says the WWE one that Edge and Batista held in like 2008. Oh, okay. That's a nice one. Good choice. I like it. That's what's up. Hopefully it won't be too expensive for you. But yeah. That's pretty much been the main highlight of Dynamite for me, was the debut of Keith Lee. And like I said, I know I had said before, I really would have liked it better if he went to New Japan Pro Wrestling or Impact Wrestling. But I mean, if they made room for him on AEW and he gets plenty of shine and TV time, then you know what? It'll be for the best. But AEW originally wasn't my first choice, but I'm happy for him. I'm definitely happy for him. Mamba says Isaiah Cassidy has to be one of the best sellers in the business. Oh, dude, he did a tremendous job from start to finish, even before the match started. I mean, his facial expressions, his acting, was spot on. Spot on. Isaiah Cassidy, he did a tremendous job on Dynamite. I agree. But who knows? Maybe Mia Yim will be next. Also, congratulations to those two. They got married last weekend. So Keith Lee, the Limitless one and the Yimitless one, got married. And I believe also Karen Q, a.k.a. Wendy Chu, got married that same weekend as well. So congratulations to them. But yeah, that was definitely a big debut. Not only that, Keith Lee qualified for the Face of the Revolution because that was actually a qualifying match. So he'll be part of that, which I believe is supposed to be a ladder match at Revolution, if I remember correctly. So he'll be in that. And then we also had a segment with MJF with all these cardboard cutouts and him being carried to the ring and him making out with that servant girl, which I think is his real life girlfriend. But just that was quite an interesting segment. Of course, led to CM Punk coming out, them going back and forth. Well, yeah, you want a rematch? Yeah, you can get a rematch. You can totally get a rematch. But you got to defeat FTR, and you can't have Sting or Darby Allin as your partners. If you can find a partner, win this match, you get me. And of course, that partner ended up being Jon Moxley, which was a great match. Not a match they won easily, which, is expected. I mean, it's FTR versus Mox and Punk. It was a great match. It went down to the wire. It really could have gone either way with how the match was going. But of course, CM Punk and Jon Moxley won the match. And hey, they were on the same page the whole time. So looks like we're definitely going to be getting MJF CM Punk round 2. So looking forward to it. Should be good. But yeah, that was a really interesting segment. Andrade El Idolo still trying to get Darby Allin to join the AFHO or AHFO. That's not going to happen. But he's got his sights set on the TNT Championship, which I believe this coming week, Darby Allin and Sammy Guevara are going to battle it out for that title. So that should be exciting. That should be really exciting. Looking forward to that. We had Wardlow destroy the Blade. Although it wasn't a one and done. The Blade did get some offense in. He got some offense in. But eventually Powerbomb Symphony, Wardlow got the victory. Of course, Shawn Spears had to get that chair shot in. And, like I said, it's only a matter of time before Wardlow turns on MJF. Will Willis Sport Raleigh. Please forgive me if I butcher that name. Hi from the UK. Hope you're okay. Hello from Wake Forest, North Carolina, USA. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. It's only a matter of time before Wardlow turns on MJF. I mean, during that celebration, he barely even acknowledged Wardlow doing anything or, not thanking him and such. It's only a matter of time. If you ask me, it's Raleigh. Oh, Raleigh. Easier. Oh, okay. Gotcha. It's probably going to happen. Maybe it'll happen at Revolution or some sort of big stage, but it's got to happen at at an impactful moment. But it's coming. It's definitely coming. It's only a matter of time. And if I remember correctly, I think they announced it, but Wardlow's got a Face of the Revolution match coming up, qualifier. Who knows? Maybe another seed can be planted. Maybe MJF accidentally screws him over and he loses that match. Maybe. But I don't know, just a thought. Just a thought. A seed could be planted right then and there. But we know that it's eventually going to happen. The Inner Circle team meeting. I mean, honestly, everything that was said during that meeting didn't surprise me. I mean, it was all going to lead to Jericho having to throw hands with Proud and Powerful. And of course, Jericho has Jake Hager by his side. And then, of course, Sammy Guevara's like, look, y'all figure this out. I'm out. Sorry, off topic. No, you're good. You're good. Kiera Hogan had a match on Friday, got injured versus Camille for the NWA title. Did you see her hurt her back? Hope she's okay. No, I missed it. How bad was it? Did she get hit by a backbreaker or like any particular way she hurt her back? The Weekend is the new Limp Bizkit, I guess. Interesting. She lost and didn't get up for ages after she lost. Oh, ooh. Dang, that's a bummer. And you got to imagine the size difference between Camille and Kiera Hogan. That's a big size difference. Ugh, yikes. Bear hug into a suplex landed funny. Ooh, jeez. That sucks. Because the size difference. That's crazy. So dang, another injury. Because I know recently Blair Davenport, aka B. Priestley, suffered an injury during her match with Mako Satomura. Just, oh man, you hate to see those happen. You really do. And I like Kiera Hogan. I got a chance to see her wrestle a few times live. Definitely like Kiera Hogan. Only seen Camille once live. It was forever ago, but got to see her once live. But dang, speedy recovery for Kiera Hogan. Hope she bounces back ASAP. But Inner Circle team meeting, Sammy Guevara's like, y'all figure it out. I'm out. So we're going to get a tag team match. Jericho and Hager versus Santana and Ortiz, Proud and Powerful. But, yeah, we all knew it was going to come down to this. I just hope afterwards, no matter the outcome, they can go on their merry ways and just Proud and Powerful can focus on climbing towards the AEW tag team titles. Hope she is okay. I watched it live on NWA YouTube channel. Camille is twice as tall as Kiera. True. AEW was great on Wednesday. Loved Keith Lee debut. Oh, like the ratings and the viewership went through the roof this past Wednesday. Mainly from that debut. And of course, we had a Jay White appearance as well. So it was a great episode of Dynamite. Definitely a great episode of Dynamite. Keith Lee looked great. Theme music in the ring. Isaiah Cassidy did a great job in that match. He looked like he wasn't rusty at all. It was awesome. The crowd was into it, basking in his glory. Very happy for Keith Lee. Cornette said it's the best debut he's seen on AEW in 2 years. Wow. High praise from Jim Cornette. Oh, yeah. That says a lot. That says a whole lot. But like I said, I do hope that he gets plenty of TV time with AEW because, like I said, AEW was not my first choice. I was thinking New Japan or Impact just for more exposure. But if AEW is going to give him the ball and let him run with it, I'll be happy. Keith Lee is an excellent talent, and I hope he's successful here on AEW. Mamba says, did you hear about WWE being very interested in Jade Cargill? I hope she doesn't go to WWE. They're just going to bury her for Charlotte Flair. Interesting. WWE interested in Jade Cargill. Interesting. Huh. Well, they're going to have to fight Tony Khan for that because that's Tony Khan's girl. Charlotte's Vince's girl. Jade is Tony Khan's girl. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe Forbidden Door. They can have a cross-promotional match. I mean, shoot. Riley says, I hope Ember Moon, Tony Storm go there. Soon. Jade Cargill is not going to WWE. WWE wish they had Jade Cargill. No way she's leaving. No, I don't think she's leaving either. Ember Moon. Interesting thing about Ember Moon. I would love to see Ember Moon join the House of Black. I think she would be a great fit on the House of Black. Tony Storm. Personally, I could see Tony Storm either AEW or she could go back to Stardom. She was a big name in Stardom as well. I could see her returning to Stardom. It'd be another foreigner. And she's been one of the best to have held the SWA championship. So I wouldn't mind that. But I think word is that I think one of the AEW wrestlers that's going to be going to WWE, if he hasn't signed already, I believe is Brian Cage, but I could be wrong. Mamba says, the only AEW wrestler I could see in WWE one day is MJF, which they are definitely interested in MJF. Most definitely. Let's see. Like I said, we had a Jay White, Switchblade, Jay White, excuse me, appearance where he helped the Young Bucks take out Roppongi Vice backstage, which of course led to a Rampage tag team match between the Young Bucks and Roppongi Vice. But yeah, had a Switchblade Jay White signing. I know he's been doing a lot of action with New Japan Pro Wrestling and with Impact Wrestling, leader of the Bullet Club. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with him. I believe he's also going to be making his AEW wrestling debut on next Rampage against the Dude Buster Beretta. Riley says maybe Impact for Tony Storm. Lots of great women's talent on Impact women's roster. Agreed. I watch it unlike most wrestling fans look at WWE Emma, now Tenille Dashwood. She's great. I've actually met Tenille Dashwood at a ROH show when she was first announced and she made her debut. She was actually added to the meet and greet. So I actually got a chance to meet Tenille Dashwood at a ROH show. What do you think of Matt Cardona, new NWA champion? Wow, he's done amazing. He's everywhere. NWA, Impact, AEW, good for him. Well, I've always thought Matt Cardona, a.k.a. Zack Ryder, for those that don't know, I've always thought he was a great wrestler. Like, even from the time where he won the U.S. Championship, also won the Intercontinental Championship, I've always thought he was a good wrestler. I just felt like he didn't really. I wish he would have back in WWE got like much longer matches consistently, because I've always thought he was a great wrestler. And he just got better and better, very charismatic. And just, seeing what he's done now, like up to this point now, very happy for Matt Cardona. Very happy. I've always thought he was a good wrestler. I might not have been a fan of his gimmick at first, especially when he was, teamed up with Kurt Hawkins and they were the edge heads and such. But, when he really got on his singles run, I felt like that's where he really shined and really got a chance to show his charisma, and more his ring ability just kept climbing. So I've always appreciated his in-ring ability and what he can do, and he's only just getting better. He's now got 2 titles at the moment. Not sure if you know, Impact Digital Media Champ and NWA Champion. Yeah, because he did dethrone Jordan Grace recently. So yes, I did know that. But yeah, definitely like the guy. Definitely a great talent. It's only getting better as time's passing more and more. Let's see. So AQA, formerly WWE NXT's Zeta Ramir, made her debut. She had a crack at the TBS champion Jade Cargill. And I have to say, I don't know too many women wrestlers that do a shooting star press, but she nailed that shooting star press perfectly. I mean, I see, a lot of ladies do moonsaults. I know Bianca Belair does a 450 splash. Lady Frost does a beautiful moonsault. I don't know other ladies. Saya Kamitani does a Phoenix splash. I don't know hardly any other lady wrestlers other than this AQA that has done a shooting star press. And she can do it perfectly. So, and sure enough, what did it lead to? She got signed and is all elite. That says something. That says something. The match she had with Jade Cargill, and then surely afterwards, she is all elite. She might not be a well-known name, but keep an eye out for AQA. Keep an eye out for her. That's a talented woman. Beautiful shooting star press. Trained by Booker T. Keep an eye out for her. I think there's much in store for her. Riley says, AQA, gotta say, what a shooting star press. Everyone talking about, wow, that's the best I've ever seen. Trained by Booker T. Yep, trained by Booker T. So not surprised. She's good. She signed after the show. Good for her. She looked tiny compared to Jade. She's good, like the look of her. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think she did a great job. Indeed. So I look forward to seeing how they do with AQA now that she is all elite. But yeah, that shooting star press, amazing. The main event, of course, was the AEW World Championship defended in a Texas-style death match. Hangman Adam Page defending against the Murder Hawk monster Lance Archer. And I have to say, this was I don't think this was as huge as it could have been. Just, when I think about the name Texas Deathmatch, I felt like it could have been much bigger with landmines, exploding barbed wire, stuff like that. it just felt like another no DQ street fight. You know what I mean? I know there was some barbed wire. I know there was a barbed wire chair, and there was a fork that was used. I mean, there was a couple of things, but I feel like when you hear death match, you would think you would get like the exploding barbed wire, the landmines. You know what I mean? That's just my thoughts, just based on what I normally see for death matches, in Japan, and you know what I mean? So that was my only thing with that. Aside from that, the match was great. That was pretty innovative. Seeing Dan Lambert take down the top rope to keep Hangman from doing the buckshot lariat. Let's see. What a match. Lance versus Hangman. Loved Hangman using the ref and blackout onto the stairs. Wow. Oh, yeah. When Lance Archer hit Hangman with that blackout onto the steel steps, I was like, oh, God. His back is going to be sore like crazy. It was like kind of almost on the edge of it in a way. And then Hangman using the ref as a springboard to do the buckshot lariat was pretty cool. That was really, really cool. But sure enough, Lance Archer was not able to get up to the count of 10. Hangman got up in time and still is your AEW World Champion. I watch AEW Dark. OMG, Lance Archer is so funny on there when he drags jobbers enhancement talent to the ring, and oh my God, wins in about 2 minutes. It's so funny. I actually got a chance to meet Lance Archer. I really like how he interacts with the crowd. I got a chance to meet him when New Japan Pro Wrestling, The New Beginning, came to Charlotte, North Carolina. He was actually on the meet and greet with Davey Boy Smith Jr., Harry Smith, that is. Back when they were the Killer Elite Squad, they were on the meet and greet, and I got a chance to meet them both. Really, really cool. Really cool guys. Much, much bigger than me, that's for sure. I'm only 5'6", so I got short man problems. But they look like giants to me. But yeah, Lance Archer, funny guy. Love how he interacts with the crowd, whether a heel or a face, which I've mostly seen him as a heel. But great guy, especially outside of the ring as well. But great match. Of course, after the match, Adam Cole came out. And, one would think he would have attacked Hangman, but he simply took the belt, placed it on Hangman's shoulder, coming for that title. So maybe we have a little sneak preview that we can look forward to Hangman defending the title against Adam Cole. Not sure if it'll be at Revolution, but it's coming. It's definitely coming. On AEW Dark or Elevation, he talks to the crowd when he's wrestling. You don't see that much good stuff, Lance. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he does that pretty consistently. He does that pretty consistently as well. So definitely, you got to love it. And then, of course, Rampage. Of course, we got to witness once again the Young Bucks against the reunited Roppongi Vice. A rivalry that goes even back to ROH and New Japan Pro Wrestling. These two tag teams have gone at it so many times. This is like bread and butter for me. And it definitely shows the chemistry these two tag teams have. Definitely enjoyed the match. There was quite a bit of interference, but the Young Bucks did end up getting the victory. And of course, afterwards, we got to see Jay White once again as he ended up hitting a Blade Runner on the Dude Buster. The Dude Buster tried to clear out what was left, but he ate a Blade Runner for his troubles, which leads to their singles match, which should be next Friday between Jay White and the Dude Buster, Trent Beretta. So definitely looking forward to that. Looking very forward to that. But yeah, Rocky Romero ate a BTE trigger, giving the Young Bucks the victory. But it was a great match. Love these two tag teams. And we had a backstage segment with the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, Matt Sydal, and Tiger Style, Lee Moriarty, which led to a match this Wednesday. Tiger Style versus the American Dragon. I'm actually looking very forward to that match. Looking very forward to that match. Blitzball. Do you watch WWE? I know it's awful at the minute. Xia Li was on WWE TV. Wow, amazing. Vince Bruce remembered she worked there. She's so good. I do. I do. There's still a handful of wrestlers that I do support with WWE. I do like NXT. NXT UK. NXT 2.0 has been hit or miss, but lately it's been mainly miss. But there are plenty of wrestlers that I still support. Raw is usually trash. SmackDown is occasionally decent, but if anything, I enjoy NXT UK consistently. Xia Li, my whole thing was when were they finally going to give Xia Li a match? Because my thing was, it's like, dang, when are they going to finally give her a match? You know what I mean? Like, she debuted, and it's like they won't give her a match. But she's the protector. Yet won't give her a match. Yeah, I definitely like Lee Moriarty. My favorite is Alexa Bliss and Kevin Owens on WWE. Yeah, still not sure when she's gonna get back in the ring. I don't know. She may be the secret lady to be in the Elimination Chamber. I was thinking it's either her or Asuka, so I'm still sticking to that. And Kevin Owens, I mean, I thought they were gonna make a big push for him to get into the WWE championship picture, but we'll see what happens with that. Since he did re-sign with the WWE, so we'll see what happens with that. But let's see. Looks like we had a little bit of dissension, perhaps, between Mercedes Martinez, Jamie Hayter, after the match Britt Baker had with Robin Renegade, which she won. And of course, Thunder Rosa tried to get some shots in, running down to the ring, trying to get some shots in on DMD. But Jamie Hayter came down, and then Mercedes Martinez came down, pushed her off of her, wanted to get some shots in, and then Jamie and Mercedes had a moment, all up in each other's faces. And of course, DMD had to separate the two, and yeah. Ladies, please don't fight. Looking forward to Bayley, Alexa, Lacey Evans, or Asuka. One of them in the surprise, the Elimination Chamber. Yeah, I was honestly hoping Bayley or Asuka was going to be in the Royal Rumble. I thought they were going to be in the Royal Rumble, but yeah, this year's Royal Rumble was trash, if you ask me. Lacey Evans, who has been training and working out, getting prepared, so we'll definitely see her back pretty soon, hopefully. And if anything, something tells me it's going to be Asuka. and we're probably going to get Asuka versus Becky Lynch or Lita, depending on who wins that Elimination Chamber. But just a prediction. Robin Renegade has a twin sister who's a wrestler. Seen her on AEW Dark. Yeah. They've done a handful of tag team matches on Dark and Dark Elevation. So yeah. But yeah, looking forward to seeing a handful of these ladies return. Should be good. We got to see Hook in action. Took out Blake Lee, which is, I guess this is supposed to be QT Marshall's student. But yeah, handled him pretty easily. And then the main event had the AEW tag titles on the line as Jurassic Express went up against Colton and Austin Gunn of the Gun Club, which, I mean, it was a pretty good match. It was definitely a pretty good match. But Jungle Boy paying homage to Christian, hitting the kill switch to get the victory for Jurassic Express to retain the tag titles. I was like, oh, snap. It's like this relationship with Christian and Jurassic Express is been shaping out pretty well. They've been on a win streak, and sure enough, it led to them winning the tag titles. So, although I think it's kind of weird because it feels like lately they've been defending those tag titles a lot more on Rampage than on Dynamite. I can't be the only one that noticed that, but I don't know. I just thought it was kind of weird, But guess that's how they do things. But overall, this was a good week for AEW. Definitely a good week for AEW. Really happy with what I saw. It was all good. When they return, we'll totally bolster women's roster on Raw and SmackDown. Probably got one of the best trainers in the business, Billy Gunn. 57, looks like he's 27. Jeez. Oh, yeah. And hasn't been missing a step at all. Hasn't been missing a step at all. Oh, I also wanted to mention, so I know Hikaru Shida recently talked about the struggles that she's been having with AEW and just gave her thoughts on the Joshi talent with AEW, which, she made some interesting points. Because we have to remember, when AEW started up, they really relied heavily on their Joshi talent. I mean, we saw Shida, we saw Yuka Sakazaki, we saw Riho, we saw Shoko Nakajima, we pretty much saw a whole bunch of Joshi talent kicking off AEW. We saw Shima, the Strong Hearts. So, but now, I mean, she makes a good point now. I mean, aside from Riho and Hikaru Shida, I mean, we saw spurts of Ryo Mizunami, Maki Ito, Yuka Sakazaki. They were trying their best with Mai Sakurai and Emi Sakura, but it seems like the fans just aren't that into Emi Sakura, unfortunately. But I guess it's just their preference. Did you see Conan from WWE Ascension on Impact on Thursdays? Impact? Wow, not seen him for ages. I tend to be hit or miss lately on Impact Wrestling. I try my best to keep up with it, but I'm hit or miss. But yeah, I do try to catch it when I can. I at least have it DVR'd, so I at least I'm able to go back and watch stuff that I miss. Emi Sakura is not happy in AEW, is she? I mean, you have to look at it like this. A lot of Emi Sakura's matches have been on Dark or Dark Elevation. She hasn't really had many matches on Dynamite. They've been very few since she first came to AEW. So, Hikaru Shida makes a point. She also mentioned how they don't really make an effort to, help them get housing, which is something that she struggled with. So she made some valid points, and hopefully they can do better about that, especially because word is with WWE, when they've acquired international talent, apparently they've been thorough with like the housing and stuff like that. This is from what I've heard. I could be wrong, but that's from what I've heard. So hopefully, AEW, can do better with that. But thankfully, Shida, stars like Shida and Riho have definitely gotten the rub quite a bit in AEW. I mean, Riho was the first women's champion of AEW. That says something. So, and Shida's the longest reigning champion in AEW currently. So that says a lot. That says a lot. And, I'm sure many can say that Kenny Omega has quite a bit to do with it, which I wouldn't doubt. But I can definitely understand the point she's making. And not only that, very interesting, she will actually be competing for Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. She has a match coming up against Hikari Noah. So I might definitely have to check that out. I have a Wrestle Universe subscription, so I'll have to check that out. And, she's been in Japan, been doing a Makai project. She recently got a chance to reunite with her best friend Shuri, who's also a Makai member. So it's good to see Makai start back up in Japan. So really happy for that. Riley says, my favorite women are Ruby and Ty Conti, and the best women's wrestler in the ring in the world, Thunder Rosa, along with Charlotte Flair and Serena Deeb. Do you agree my top three, Rosa, Flair, Deeb? Rosa definitely has been on fire. Thunder Rosa has really grown into a huge name. Deeb, Serena Deeb definitely, she's long time veteran. Been in the Indies, WWE. When you mention women's wrestling, Serena Deeb definitely has to come up. Long time veteran, knows the game in and out. Charlotte Flair, good wrestler. I think she doesn't sell consistently. I think that's one of her weaknesses. She does not sell consistently, if you ask me. And we got to keep it a buck. Her name has helped her. Her name has helped her. Now, she puts on great matches. There's no doubt about that. But her name has helped her. We got to keep it real. Great wrestler. I disagree with a lot of her booking. I think some of her booking is ridiculous. But in-ring ability, charisma, talented, 100%. But her booking at times has been ridiculous. But I will say, she definitely, the in-ring ability, the charisma, that's all there, for sure. No one likes Charlotte. True, she doesn't sell for anyone. Yeah, and that's an issue. That's an issue. I don't hate Charlotte. I respect her, for what she's done and the matches and, stuff that she's been able to do. But I feel like WWE has tried to fast track her to beat her father's championship record. And that, not only that, but it's like they make it so that it's rare for her to ever eat a pin or submission. And I hate that. They had no problem with Asuka tapping out almost instantly eating her first loss at WrestleMania to the figure eight. But yet, how often do we see Charlotte pin or tapped out clean? You know, it's kind of ridiculous. But like I said, not her fault. It's the booking. It's the booking. I've never heard anyone say, "Oh, I like Charlotte Flair." I watch a lot of wrestling streams on YouTube like yourself. Yours is great, good stuff. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And like I said, I mean, Charlotte, do I think she's going to surpass her father? Yeah. Indeed. But yeah, just it's one of those things where it's just, you know, I think it's really just the booking, but Charlotte Flair as a wrestler, charismatic, what she's done, really, really great. Let's see. So everybody's gearing up. We're about to enter into the go home week for WWE, as not only is, let's see, we got a couple of things coming up. We got Vengeance Day. Got NXT Vengeance Day coming up, and we got Elimination Chamber coming up. So this ought to be an interesting week for the WWE. Pull some things up here. Raw was I mean, a quiz bowl. They had a quiz bowl, which took up a lot of time, which, you know, it's a quiz bowl. They had a quiz bowl. And it looks like Damian Priest, after his match with AJ Styles, which was an awesome match. I was really shocked. They actually let these two go at it for a while. But it looks like after that match, it looks like Damian Priest is going to be turning heel soon. It's coming. It's definitely coming. Oh yeah, she will be 50-time women's champ easily. Glad it could be anyone in the women's chamber. Wonder who, going for Asuka or Alexa or Lacey. Who do you think? Personally, I think it's going to be Asuka, mainly because you have to remember the last stint between Becky Lynch and Asuka. It was Asuka receiving the Raw Women's Championship because Becky Lynch, you know, was pregnant, was going to take time away. You know, because Asuka won the Money in the Bank. So something tells me it's going to be Asuka, and they're going to reignite that showdown with her and Becky Lynch. Because when you think about it, with Asuka winning the Money in the Bank, she never had to cash it in because the Raw Women's title was given to her since Becky Lynch was pregnant. What do you think of Vince saying not allowed to say New Day anymore, just Big E and Kofi? It is really ridiculous just what they've done with Big E and how they've run him into the ground since him becoming WWE champion. Like, it's really ridiculous. Break them up, bring them back. Break them up, bring them back. Break them up, bring them back. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15-time tag champions. It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous how folks like Kofi, Xavier Woods, Big E have really been treated. A little bit of success here and then just dashed away. Kofi finally became WWE champion and then lost it in seconds to Brock Lesnar. Big E, what happened? WWE champion, lost. It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. I'm not sure when Xavier Woods is coming back. And I know a lot of people will say, well, he won King of the Ring. I'm like, okay. And what has it led to? What has it really led to? Hasn't really led to anything. I'm just saying. Lacey Evans looks amazing. Six-pack and jacked on her pics. Wow, a couple of months after the baby. She's great. I like Lacey. Does great character work. Soft Southern Belle. I hope when she returns, I hope they get rid of that woman's right. They need to give her a better finisher. That woman's right was lame. So I hope they give her a better finisher when she returns. Because that woman's right, it's a punch. It's just a punch. They need to give her a better finisher. Big E from WWE champ to drafted the SmackDown to mid-card to being with Kofi again. Wow. Yeah, exactly. It's trash. It's really, really trashy. So Bianca Belair having singles victories and it not really leading to anything. Kevin Owens got a revenge victory over Austin Theory. Doudrop beat Liv Morgan. Yeah, other than the Damian Priest AJ Styles match, everything else is kind of eh. It was women's right, not good. Yeah, they need to change her finisher. They need to really change her finisher. But yeah, Raw was meh. And like I said, we got quite a bit to look forward to with NXT 2.0. So we have the finals. The finals are set in stone for the Dusty Tag Classic for the men. It'll be MSK versus the Creed Brothers. That is your finals for Vengeance Day. So that should be interesting. So we got quite a couple of matches to look forward to. Persia Pirotta and Indy Hartwell get a shot at the tag titles against Toxic Attraction. We got Pete Dunne and Tony D'Angelo. They're going to settle things in a weaponized steel cage match. We got Carmelo Hayes and Cameron Grimes for the North American title, which should be a banger. At least I expect it to be a banger. We got Bron Breakker and Santos Escobar for the NXT Championship. That should be really good. And like I said, MSK and the Creed Brothers in the finals of the Dusty Tag Classic. That should be good. We had a Dolph Ziggler appearance during the contract signing with Santos Escobar and Bron Breakker. That was pretty interesting. Dolph Ziggler on NXT 2.0. Guy's a great wrestler. So I'd love to see how this goes. Poor Liv Morgan. Every time it happens, everyone gets excited. Thinks she's new champ. No love, Liv. No love, Liv. So underrated. Easily most improved women's wrestler in the last 2 years in the WWE. Do you agree? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And she looked phenomenal in her matches, her recent matches against Becky Lynch. We all thought she was actually going to dethrone her, but I don't think WWE sees her as championship material, unfortunately. She's got the in-ring ability. She's improved greatly. I mean, I've always thought she was pretty good in the ring ever since she was in NXT, but I just don't think WWE sees her as championship material. And that's just me being honest. Mandy Rose has done amazing on NXT. Weird from being awful on the main roster, booked awful, to NXT champ. What a difference. My problem with Mandy Rose is she doesn't wrestle enough. I think she needs to be showcased more. I mean, the only matches she's really had since winning that title has been just title matches. I really would like to see her have some non-title matches just to see her showcased more. You know what I mean? That's my only issue with Mandy Rose. They just need to have her in more matches. That's my only thing. Have you seen Dolph's brother on AEW Dark? Usually, younger version of Dolph. Amazing, like Arn Anderson's son Brock, mini version of his dad. Yeah, 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 definitely. He's been paired up with. I know you've been paired up with Cesar Bernoni and Peter Avalon and JD Drake for quite a bit, but yeah, feel like it's been a while since I've seen him. Feel like it's been a good while, but and I'm guessing that Io Shirai and Kaylee Ray are going to team up for the women's tag classic, which I highly disagree with. Io Shirai does not need to be a part of this. I think the time has come where she's going to have to go to the main roster. There's really no point in Io Shirai or even Kaylee Ray being in this Dusty Tag Classic. So I don't know why they would pair them up for this tournament. I just... But I will say Mandy had a great match with Kaylee Ray. That was definitely a good match. Saray versus Dakota Kai was good. Really, really good. Saray is starting to build up a win streak since her transformation magical girl gimmick. She's been on a win streak. Let's see. Tiffany Stratton got some revenge herself as she defeated Wendy Chu. So got some revenge for her stealing her credit card. So she suffered her first singles loss. But definitely looking forward to NXT 2.0 Vengeance Day. Hopefully it turns out good. NXT UK definitely was pretty interesting. We had actually had a solid match between A-Kid and Saxon Huxley. Definitely wasn't what I expected, but it turned out to be a pretty dang on good match. So I actually enjoyed that. I enjoyed Nathan Frazier versus Tealman. Good to see Nathan Frazier back on top again with a victory. And it looks like he's going to continue to feud with De Familia. So looking forward to see how that goes. Amel defeated Nina Samuels. Not surprised. But I really hope they can... I really want to see who they will build up as the next contender to Mako Satomura's NXT UK Women's Championship. You know, Blair Davenport is on the sideline with injury. So I'm very curious to see who they'll build up next. I can't wait for the return of Aoife Valkyrie, though. Hopefully she gets inserted into the picture. But we'll see. That whole Supernova sessions with Gallus and Jordan Devlin was kind of cringeworthy. But Gallus and Jordan Devlin, Shaw Samuels, and Noam Dar, I guess they're going to be feuding for quite a bit. So it doesn't surprise me. I just thought that whole segment was very cringeworthy. SmackDown was I mean, Naomi had one heck of a match, a title match with Charlotte Flair, which, you know, Charlotte Flair did retain, but this ended up leading to a segment which leads to a tag team match of Sonya Deville and Charlotte Flair versus Naomi and Ronda Rousey. Like, really? I'm not sure how I feel about that kind of matchup. Charlotte and Sonya versus Ronda and Naomi. I'm not going to really set any high expectations for that. In the news this week, Joey Janela. Joey Janela, isn't there word that he might not be staying with AEW? He might not be renewing his contract. Will be interesting to see where he could go. Maybe perhaps Impact Wrestling. But something tells me I don't think he's going to get renewed for AEW. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I don't think THQ is going to get renewed either. Glad Naomi on TV again. So good in the ring, isn't she? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've been a Naomi fan since back in classic Black and Gold NXT. Oh, yeah. Naomi's great. Phenomenal in the ring. Very talented. 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion. But yeah, always good to see her perform. We had a moment where Sonya Deville was pretty much put in her place by Adam Pearce, who had a message from Vince McMahon because she was getting ready to fine and suspend Ronda Rousey for the attack on her. But she got put in her place. So, yeah. And then we had a nice little promo with the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, and Paul Heyman, who have vowed to Goldberg, pretty much squash Goldberg at Elimination Chamber. So, not a match I'm looking forward to. I don't even know why Goldberg is back, but you know why he's back. It's for that Saudi money. I mean, that's what it's all about. Big paychecks. Great entrance. Lights off, glowing. She also has awesome trainers, which light up. I want some. Oh, yeah, the sneakers. Oh, yeah, love her entrance. I really liked the story that she shared with how she was able to get that entrance, especially when she was SmackDown Women's Champion, wanted the glowing belt. And sure enough, they eventually gave that to her. So I was really glad that they did that for her. Thought was really cool. And of course, Natalya did finally get some revenge. Was able to defeat Aaliyah in a special Dungeon Rules match. So I figured that was going to happen. I mean, Aaliyah's had the one-up twice on Natalya. So I figured it was time for Talia to get her revenge, to get her victory, which she did. But I still wonder, when are we going to get that match? Natalya and Xia Li. It hasn't happened yet. So I don't know what they're waiting on. But we'll see what happens. But like I said, this week is the go-home week for WWE. We got NXT Vengeance Day, and we got Elimination Chamber. So, got a lot to look forward to. But we'll see how it goes. Goldberg is awful. Him versus Taker, nearly injured Taker doing a suplex. Wow. He might sign a new contract in news. Jeez, Goldberg. I mean, Goldberg indeed. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of him. But he want that Saudi money. But anyway, that's pretty much all that I have for now. Like I said, definitely it's going to be a busy week for pro wrestling coming up. So should be exciting. Should be really exciting. Looks like Natty versus Xia Li now feud. Xia Li kicks best in the wrestling apart from when she injured Mercedes. Oh, yeah. When she knocked her out in her singles match with Mercedes back in NXT. Yeah, I remember that. As soon as that kick hit, I was like, yeah, she's unconscious. I wasn't sure if it was like a concussion or what, but you could tell. Yeah, she got knocked out. She definitely got knocked out. But I just hope she finally gets an opportunity on the main roster and it's not a stale run. You know what I mean? But that'll be all for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thank y'all so much for watching, for coming in, chatting up with me. Hope to continue to give you more. Like I said, this is going to be a very busy week for wrestling, so looking forward to diving back in once all these events happen, and should be good. But everybody enjoy the Super Bowl, have fun, eat some delicious food, and I love y'all. For Blitzball Champ, Jason Ingram signing off for this episode of Pro Wrestling Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. Thank y'all so much for watching. Her kicks are amazing. Love her entrance with the lightning. Thanks. Oh yeah, Xia Li's the real deal. Martial artist, gorgeous, hot and spicy. Indeed. So for yours truly, see y'all next time. Have a blessed day. Peace.